Hello everyone, welcome back to the video. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. This book took me a month to read this book, but I'm not complaining because I absolutely loved it. I think that this book definitely was worth the time it took, and I've been wanting to read this book for ages, but I only got the chance quite recently to pick up this book, and I'm so happy that I got to read this. And I knew even before reading it that I would love it, and that is exactly the case. So let's start the review. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn is a coming of age novel following Francine Nolan, who is a bright, sensitive, and ambitious girl living in the slums of Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Her life is poverty stricken. It has a lot of loneliness, some grief, happiness as well, and also there are some parts in her life that are comfortable and also harsh, and we get to see those experiences firsthand because the book is from Francine Nolan's point of view. Francine Nolan is a very lonely character, despite the fact that she is a very bright person. Like I said, she's a bright child. She she was always lonely even growing up. She didn't really had any friends, and kids never used to play with her. Even going when she started going to school, even over there weren't any other students who would like to mingle with her. She was always lonely, and that was a really big part in the novel as well. And weirdly enough, this book kind of reminded me of Stoner by John Williams. I know it's weird, but I don't know why I think that because of this loneliness aspect, it kind of reminds me of Stoner as well. This is where the similarity ends though, because of the loneliness, I think they're quite similar, but other than that, there are no similarities. Stoner and A Tree Grows in Brooklyn are completely different stories, but yes. Anyway, one more thing that we get to see in the novel is that how flawed every single person is in the book, and it feels like as if these people are real. All these characters in the story are real because of how flawed they are. There's no black and white. Uh, each person has good in them, but also each person also has these bad qualities, these qualities that make them unpleasant. We can take Francie's parents, Johnny and Katie, and while both were were good parents, I would say, but both of them had flaws that also kind of made them, unpleasant. Well, no, but unpleasant is a bit of a harsh word, but I suppose there were some qualities in them that made them unlikable, but they were also likable because they had good qualities. So it goes to show that each character is flawed in their own way, and that kind of made them real. We have some good qualities, we have bad qualities, and that is what it is like in the story as well. Characters look and feel very real because of these qualities. As I mentioned before, that the novel explores a lot of different themes like loneliness and grief. It also has its moments of happiness and comfort, but and even of course Francie's faith comes along in the story as well because she's a Catholic in the book. And all of these themes make the novel heart-rending and heartwarming at the same time. So, despite the heart-rending and sad moments, well, her most of her life was sad, I have to admit. The ending was really hopeful, and I was so emotional. I was just so taken aback. I don't know why. It was it I did had within me a strong emotion when I finished reading the book because you know since we're only following Francie and we get to see things from her point of view. Francie worked so hard. She is a hardworking person and she did so much to be where she is. And it was just so emotional, I guess. I don't know why. But the book was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I know I've said that before as well, but it's very close to my heart now. One of the best books I've read this year. I know that I say that for every book I read on this list, but I think that this is also another one of the best books I've read. So, one curious fact that I came to know while I guess I was reading reviews on Goodreads, and one of the reviews said that this book is actually based on the author's own life, and that Betty Smith kind of took inspiration from her own life experiences and wrote them in this story. Now, I'm not sure if this is true or not. I have never heard anyone else say this, so I don't know what to think. But if it is true, do let me know in the comment section. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one.